Trauma can affect anyone. Whether it's from a single event or an ongoing experience, unhealed trauma can leave its imprint on your mind, your body, and your spirit in ways that may surprise you. And the thing is, trauma isn't always obvious, and sometimes it'll sneak into our lives as habits or patterns or physical symptoms that we don't even connect to our past experiences. Hi there, I am the essence of femininity, and I just want to share this message with you. Hi there, I am the essence of femininity, your certified professional life and recovery coach for codependency recovery, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm Yellow Butterfly. Today I want to talk about a topic that touches all of us, and that is something we probably don't even realize, but it's unhealed trauma. I want you to stick with me through this entire message because I am hoping by the end of this video, you will walk away with a clearer understanding of how unresolved trauma might show up in your life. And most importantly, have a few takeaways to making steps towards your healing. I want to explore some signs that you might be dealing with unresolved trauma. And as we go through them, I don't want you to be hard on yourself because this is not judgment. I want you to look at it as self-reflection because awareness is the first step towards healing. Now, one of the most common ways unhealed trauma shows up through our emotions. And there are times where you may just unexpectedly feel sad or fearful or shame or just angry. You don't know why you're having these feelings, but these emotional flashbacks are like your body recalling the trauma, even if your mind doesn't. And for some people, these responses can escalate into panic attacks or nightmares or just feeling numb and just like you're just completely detached from the whole world around you. But what's most important is these emotional responses that you're having, it's your brain's way of trying to protect you. It's like your fight or flight system is just stuck in overdrive and it's on high alert for dangers and things that may not even be happening or may not even happen anymore. And unresolved trauma can also affect your mental health in more ways than one. It can trigger or worsen conditions like anxiety, depression, PTSD, and it just leaves you feeling like you're on edge a lot of times. And if that is the case, you might sink into feelings of hopelessness and it'll make it hard getting through the day. Have you ever found yourself just overthinking every decision and worrying about things that might go wrong or just replaying that painful situation, that memory on loop over and over and over? Well, if that is the case, that's your mind on overdrive, trying to let you know that, hey, this trauma is not healed. Now, let's talk about something that, excuse me, often goes overlooked, and that's the physical toll, excuse me, of trauma. Now, when you have unresolved trauma, you'll start having nausea, headaches, digestive issues, and just a whole bunch of aches and pains. It's because your body is holding on to stress. Your body hasn't had a chance to heal from the trauma. That's what that is. And for some, trauma even affects our immune systems, making it harder to fight off illnesses. So if you've been feeling off physically or you can't figure out what's going on, it could be trauma playing a role in your sickness or your illness. Now, unhealed trauma can also show up in your relationships. And we know this, right? Excuse me. You might even find it hard to trust people. And this is me, even those that haven't even given you a reason not to trust them. But you do this because you've been hurt so many times and you're afraid of being hurt again. And so your mind builds these walls to protect you. But here's the catch. Those walls don't keep the pain out. They keep the love and the connections from getting in. And if you find yourself holding yourself back in a relationship or second guessing someone's intentions, that's trauma influencing that. Oh, and another thing, avoidance is a big sign. Maybe there are places or people or things that you steer clear of because they remind you of what happened. This feels like you're doing the right thing and protecting yourself, but in short, it can actually reinforce the trauma over time, and it's going to keep you stuck in fear. Trauma can lead to destructive behaviors when it's not healed, and this might look like engaging in risky activities or just sabotaging relationships and neglecting yourself. And sometimes these actions are subconscious attempts to cope, but in the end, it's causing more harm than good. Now, let's just be real. When you're carrying the weight of unhealed trauma, it can feel easier just to shut the world out. You might withdraw from people or even things that you enjoy doing, but the isolation creates this cycle of loneliness and despair that makes healing feel even harder. Now, speaking of control, trauma survivors, they will develop a heightened need to control themselves or everything else that they can control. And that can look like or show up as perfectionism, micromanaging, or just struggling to delegate things to other people. And you think you're playing it safe, but it creates stress and strain on your life unnecessarily. Also, unresolved trauma can take a toll on how you see yourself. You might struggle with the feelings of worthiness, or you start to believe that you don't deserve good things. And these beliefs can hold you back from pursuing the life that you deserve and that you really want to have. It keeps away your authenticity. Ask yourself this. Do you ever feel like your emotions are running the show? Like, unhealed trauma, it can make it hard to regulate your feelings, or you'll start having mood swings. And this isn't about being just sensitive or whatever. It is literally your nervous system, and it's trying to process what hasn't had a chance to heal, like earlier that I mentioned. Some people will turn to substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, anything just to numb the pain of their trauma. But I want you to know this. And unfortunately, some people unalive themselves when this happens. I want you to get help and know that help is available, and you don't have to go through this alone. And if you're listening to this and you're feeling in this despair, please dial 988. Also, here's another thing that I want to mention. Everyone responds to trauma differently, and there's no one size fits all, but recognizing what's going on inside of yourself is a powerful thing towards getting help. Just remember, you're not broken. You're not broken. You just need a little tweaking, and with the right tools and support and patience, healing is possible. If there's anything that I have shared with you today or that resonates with you, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the journey that you're having, because healing, again, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen. So I invite you to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me on my website. I want to talk to you. I want to see if there's a way that we can work together. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here. Leave some comments for me. Let's have a little dialogue. Like the video if you found it helpful, and make sure you share it. But in the meantime, I want you to take care of yourself and come back every Sunday at 4 p.m. for new content. Bye now.
Are you ready to break free from codependency and reclaim your sense of self? Introducing the Essence of Femininity's 21-day Codependency Recovery Mastery Program starting May 1st, 2024. Led by a certified professional life and recovery coach, this program offers guidance and support to help you navigate the complexities of codependency and foster healthier relationships. But hurry, participation is limited and seats are filling up fast. Don't miss this opportunity to embark on a journey of healing and empowerment. The Essence of Femininity, empowering you to reclaim your authenticity and live a life of freedom.